Has Cataclysm died yet? Well, it hasn't. So, surprisingly, there's still quite a few people playing the game. Now, it is only, the second, third week, something like that. But it's still pretty populated with a lot of people. A lot of people are doing a lot of different runs. The cap thing is a little bit different, too, in Cataclysm. So, I think that's going to be very interesting to give people an opportunity to start playing a lot of alts also. Now, how the new Valor system is, I think is going to I think it's going to keep people in longer than let them kind of get on and just leave right away. So how the way the Valor works is instead of just doing one run. So if we go here and we're going to go ahead and go to Group Finder and we're going to do the one run, it's actually it's a lot better because you can actually get all your Valor done in one day. So you could actually just keep queuing and cap your Valor out. It's 1,600 a week. And once you're done, you're done. You could actually go off and level another character or play another character. I was actually thinking about leveling an alt. Usually I don't try to level alts this quick in the expansion because there's so much to do with the main, but I actually was like, you know what? I don't have to log on every day and do it other than a battleground win for the conquest. I could actually just level an alt and start doing it that way. So I think overall it's probably going to keep people in a little bit longer than making them think, oh, I got to log on every day. I got to do this. This is hey, I'll log on and, let's stay on for a few hours. And sometimes the longer you stay on, the more you stay on because you're like, oh, well, actually, you know what? I can get this done and this done, this done. So I think it's a good system. I think it's going to retain a lot more players than it is going to just take away. But that said, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the way that the Valor system is? I actually do. I like the way the Valor system is. The first day on Tuesday, I can get all my Valor done, and then I don't got to worry about it the rest of the week. I can focus on different tasks. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to keep people playing. I love this little cache. There's not a lot of tanks out there, and I think the reason is, have you guys noticed these dungeons? They're not hard by any means. If you've played retail a little bit, so I was a Keenstone Master in retail, so I've done a lot of Mythic Plus. These dungeons, obviously, you can start seeing the mechanics, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what this is doing. That's what that's doing. But players coming from classic into some of these dungeons, it's pretty eye-opening for a lot of these guys that haven't done things because they're actually if you would consider it hard, I would consider this hard from classic. So I don't know how players are going to like that. And I know there's a lot of tanks that are like, no, because you have to position some fights differently, and it's definitely a lot of work. I like this gameplay. I think it's more difficult, but not as difficult to really deter players. I can't say players deter it for me. Because, there's going to be some players that, really hate it. And I'm not a good player. I'm a casual player that just enjoys the game. If I can understand it, I kind of assume everybody else can understand it. But, that's not a thing either. So, but I think Cataclysm is still alive and going. So, what do you guys think? What does it look like on your realm?